What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another Transformers review. And today we're going to look at the Justitoys world's smallest Sixshot. And I figured at the same time, we might as well take a look at the one that spawned this in the regular Sixshot. So, I decided to do this just because, well, we're getting a reissue of Sixshot coming out. Some people may be picking up. I'm happy with my G1 Sixshot. And yeah, it's kind of hard to show this guy on camera as we're switching him from mode to mode. So I figured I'd just use the big one to show the changes, or the transformations, because they're essentially the same thing. If there is any differences along the way, I'll make sure I point it out, but I don't think there is. Let's talk about the little world's smallest one though. This is an awesome little representation of Sixshot. You can get them for about, I think it was 30 or 40 bucks on eBay, shipped, which is not too bad. Sorry guys, bear with me, my voice is going in and out because of a cold. I hate summer colds. He's got actually a lot of die cast. The whole bottom part of his foot here is die cast. The back part here is not, but this chest piece is, and then the rest is plastic. This guy actually has no die cast on it, as far as I know. So yeah, you already have more die cast on this guy. The only thing I think that worries me about this guy is these little pegs for the gun are just so tiny. I'm afraid one of these days I'm going to be putting it in and it's just going to shear right off or something. So I'm always really careful when I put these on, and it's probably worth noting if you decide you want to buy this guy for yourself. So, oh, losing the light here. Let me reposition the camera here, and let's go ahead and take Sixshot to, well, let's do his gun mode, which is probably half the reason I was actually sold on the world's smallest, and I'll show you why after. So to take it to the gun mode, what you're going to do is fold his wings down here, and they actually have little locking clip points here, so you just kind of lock them together. And then once you have this, what you want to do is bring down this little trigger assembly here, which is hard to get to. It doesn't really work or anything, it just kind of sits there. And we want to put the wheels like this. It really doesn't matter how you position the wheels. The official mode shows them like this though. You can fold these wings on in, and then you're going to take these legs, fold them in like this, open up these top flaps here so you can rotate everything on out, and then you'll, oh, this is always the hardest part with Sixshot, getting these to clear his body. And you'll turn that like this, close up all your flaps again, well, the back too, flip out these big guns. In the front, you can close that, flip this out, you can close this. You can have your legs squeezed together. I accidentally had mine open up there. And then you just peg these on to the front here. You see that they're designed so that they fit on in. And you now have 6 cannons on here. And you've made this enormously large gun thing for Sixshot. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It takes some imagination, I guess, but it is what it is. So I said I'd show you what was different about this guy, and the one thing that's immediately different is you have no pin in his legs anymore, so they don't have to go together, which is a huge benefit. The other thing is these guns in here are virtually impossible to get out by hand. They don't have a little tab in there to pull them out really easy, so you have to kind of make use of something. I just use his guns, they seem to work just fine. And then once you got that, again, plug in his little guns here. And there you go. You got the world's smallest version of Sixshot, including the little trigger assembly down here. Now, this is actually the mold, or the mode, I should say, that actually sold this for me. Let me get this out of the way and get something else just to show you what sold it. So, I'm sure you guys remember this guy, right? Our one and only Hercules. And in the same manner that I find World's Smallest Shockwave a rather interesting toy to own, just because of how he interacts with these colossal toys. It was actually on the eBay seller, his page for Sixshot, and I was just immediately sold after seeing it. Because something about having these big, massive brute guys, you know, holding on to a small version of a character, I don't know, I fell for it right away as soon as I saw it. And I gotta get it in there in some way that I can get him to hold it. But there you go. Now you've got Hercules wielding a Sixshot blaster, and that's just pretty awesome. So yeah, let's get Herc out of here though, because I think he's got enough attention, and he could get more if I decide to get that Rage of Hercules set. Not sold on that yet though. So let's get back to Sixshot here, and let's bring the large one back in. I'll try to get pictures of all these guys in their, all the Sixshots in all his modes, with the small one just for size comparison purposes after. So, I guess from here, let's take him to, well, let's go to his car mode, because we can. So, we'll pop these off again, and we'll open these up, flip these back in. Technically, I probably should have done the car mode before the gun mode, because we're already halfway to robot mode, but that's okay. Open these, rotate this back on in, and then you could close them on up, and put his trigger away. Might have to lubricate that, that seems a little tougher than it should be. And what I believe you have to do, I can always forget which way I need to, when I need to rotate these little leg assemblies forward, or arm I should say. I don't know why I said leg. Take that, flip this so his wheel is out, obviously. Flip this so his wheel is out. And then all you have to do from here, unpeg the wings, fold them on forward, make sure we're touching the ground here, and then just put his guns right on here. There you go, this is his armored car mode, which again takes a little bit of imagination, but I like it, it's not bad. So, like I said, we'll point out the differences for the world's smallest version, and here we've got that, and he does not have workable wheels, they're just molded in there and painted, but it looks good, so I can't really complain. The other thing is, unlike regular Sixshot, there is no holes at the top here to put his guns in. So if you want to put his guns in this mode, you're going to have to fasten them onto the front if you want. But there you go, a nice little teeny tiny version of Sixshot's car mode. Pretty cool. So I like it still, I really like this guy. So let's go ahead and we'll take Sixshot here to his tank mode is what they call it. And let me see if I can remember how to do this. I believe we have to bring these back forward. And you put these like that. And we have to rotate this because he's got tank treads. So let's do that again. Bring these guys forward. Rotate this in. Rotate this around. That's done. We can take our wings and fold them back here. And I believe what we're gonna do is open this on up so we can actually, let's get these wings back out of the way temporarily. And then we could take this and rotate these on around. I guess that makes it easier when you open the legs, and for whatever reason never realized that. Oh well, live and learn something every day. Oh yeah, we gotta take these guns back out, which is why I should have done the gun mode closer to last. Again, live and learn. Okay, so we got this, we'll fold these back down. We take this and we flip it up so it's like that, and then you just kind of fit the wings back the best you can. I've seen pictures where they are all the way back, but I can never seem to get mine all the way back. Mine are always more of a Y shape. But there you go. This is his tank mode, and again, you can attach these guns kind of however you like. You can put them back here if you want. I kind of like how they look when they're put back on the wings again. Oh, how did I do it before? I can't remember how I had it positioned last time that I liked. Might have been like this. Just to give them a little more artillery. You can kind of do whatever you want with them. The official mode is you put them on the side here. So, what I don't like about this is that his treads, which even though they don't move, don't seem to be touching the ground. Let me see, maybe I did this is, like I said, I can hardly ever remember which mode is supposed to have those leg pieces forward. Yeah, definitely needs to be forward like this. So you got that. Yeah, I guess that's as close as he gets to touching the ground now that I look at it. Let's just put these on how they're officially supposed to be. So there you go. There he is in tank mode without actually touching the ground here. So here we have our little world's smallest six-shot, looking good. Now there's one slight problem with him. Because he has so much die cast, he does not stay in tank mode. The legs are just too heavy and pull it backwards. He does have the little molded in wheels here, but they don't turn or anything. So it's good, just back heavy. But a cool little tank nonetheless. So let's go to his final mode before we hit robot mode. And that is our wolf mode. And technically, I think the TV show, he came up with a 7th mode, which was the quote-unquote winged wolf mode. That's not all that impressive, and yeah, frankly, you just fold out the wings, so we'll hit that too. So what you do here, after you have everything stored away, like this, is bend his feet forward, and pull these out, his little toes. You can put them on an angle, that's what I like to do personally. Take his wings here and fold them up. In fact, I believe they just stay like that. And bring his feet down. Now these green pieces need to be facing forward like that. That's how they are officially shown. And you spin it so these little tiny pieces are forward to make his feet for the beast mode. And then you rotate the head on around, and there you go. You got the wolf mode. And again, you can put these guns on wherever you want. The official pictures I don't think show them anywhere, so we'll just leave them off this time. And he has a working little mouth here. You can, if it wants to cooperate, open it. Looks really weird when you take his jaw all the way down, but like that, doesn't look too bad. And if you wanted to do the winged mode, I believe you had to bring these back. Or actually, I think, to be honest, I think it was something like where these were down like this and it just kind of extended out that way. Really kind of dumb, so we're not going to worry about that. So there is our wolf mode. Let's get our little world's smallest guy here. And you know what? Let's separate these legs now, just because they're a pain. And will give us a little bit of distance on the feet here. So let's bring our little world's smallest back in. So here we have the little world's smallest with him together. Look how cute he is. And he actually does have the little working mouth here. In the same manner. You can distend it and make it look horrible too. Yeah. Cool little Sixshot. So let's just take them both, and I might as well just do them both at the same, or on screen, because it only takes a couple seconds from here to get him back to the robot mode. And for that, we just kind of fold his feet on in. You can leave these out, or you can fold them in depending on which you prefer. I like them out. I think they're officially supposed to be out, the little toes. These are supposed to turn in this direction. You will push his little arms on in, and you open up these wings, and open up this, and flip out his head. And then the last thing you have to do is bring these wings straight on up. And that's Sixshot. Let's give him his guns here. And then let's change his dad on over. Alright, quick jump cut there because I was dying of coughing. But I think I'm better now. I can at least do the last couple minutes of this video. So there's this. Let's get his dad. We'll take it. We'll put his wolf head on in. We'll switch these. We will turn these on in. Like this. Like this. Whoops. Like that. Kind of like them better when they're in though. Just get the robot detailing, but officially I believe it's supposed to be like that. Do his hands here. We come down to his legs, and we just kind of fold them on in and up, making sure that everything is closed up in the back here. Bring his wings on up. And then finally, we open this to reveal his head. And we'll give him his guns too. So this is Sixshot, and he is an epic piece of G1 Transformer. If you don't have him, I really recommend him. If you don't want to spend, you know, the anywhere between, oh gee whiz, I got this Sixshot. Actually, I got the body for 30 bucks, and I had the guns from a broken Sixshot that I had, that I got for about 30. So I think I got a whole Sixshot for $60. I don't think you can get him that cheap anymore. I think people are saying he's more expensive now. But yeah, he is one of the coolest Generation 1 Transformers. So you could even just get this little guy because he's just a perfect representation of him. So let's just show off the articulation here because it's Generation 1, there's virtually none. If you have these chest wings out, they hinder his arm movement, so some people prefer to have it in. That's your choice. There are Decepticon symbols on there, so it doesn't look terrible, but it does hide his face. But then you can get the 360 of his arm a little bit less if you have his gun on. And that's it. That's the articulation. You do have some knees. You do have better articulation with the world's smallest because, like I said, there is this little black piece of plastic here that keeps this Sixshot's legs from moving independently. But you're not buying G1 for awesome articulated toys, you're just buying G1 for awesome toys. So, in that regard, I love both Sixshot as well as world's smallest Sixshot, and say that you probably need at least one of these guys in your collection. So this is T2RX6, thanks for bearing with me while I have this cold, and I hope you guys enjoyed the review. And yeah, I'll see you next week.